Hello and welcome. I don't know what I just did there. I've just been pressing buttons and the wrong buttons and everything like that, and I've just got myself really close up, which is not great. Ah! Is that what I look like on the big screen? No. How are you all? Hope you're all doing well. I've stuffed that up, didn't I? As I usually do. Um, Hope you're all doing well. And yeah. Yes, so my question is, what does Katie and Joe Biden have in common? They don't remember one day from the next what they say. Yeah, I'm not too bad short of the cook. I had a fall yesterday, so my left knee is bruised and my right foot around the toes and foot area is bruised. So you can imagine what I look like when I'm trying to get up and down my stairs of my townhouse. Yes, I've got a townhouse. And I said, thank you. Yeah, it's a bit scraggly. I have to get it. Just needs a bit of a tidy up. What happens is it gets really thick and yuck. So it's all natural. It's all natural curl. So once it gets to a certain length, it just all curls. So I wanted to show you Biden's latest gaffe today because I thought it cracked me up. And I shouldn't really make fun of him. Poor guy. But this guy on Twitter says, new President Biden goes on incredibly confusing rant. Oh, can you see that? Yeah, there we go. Calls himself the first black woman to serve with a black president. He calls himself the first president that got elected statewide in the state of Delaware when I was a kid. By the way, I'm proud to be as I said, the first vice president, first black woman served with a black president, proud of the first black woman in the Supreme Court. There's so much that we can do because States. His comment came as Biden was trying to pander during a Pennsylvania radio show with host Andrea Lawful Sanders. So let's have a look at it. So yes, I think they do need to stop when they. And then there's another report in that says that they can't give him any functions after 8 p.m. because he needs to go to bed. He's at his full working capacity between 9 and 4. So does that mean that all workers now can go, we want to work the same hours as the president, 9 till 4? Don't speak to me after 8 o'clock. So, of course, the UK had the Labour Party in the UK had a massive victory. They've got a new prime minister. It was a stampede. I think the Tories lost like 11 seats in Wales. They had 11 seats in Wales. They now have none. It was just a whitewash. Even 9 till 4 is a long day. That is true. Oh, here we go. And here's another one. Well, I just said they don't remember what they said from one day to the next. That was my answer. Let's look at this one. This one's another good one here. They got absolutely destroyed in the elections. Have a look at this one. This is the 4th of July. Watch this. I shouldn't laugh. I'm really sorry. She nearly said the vice president. Did you hear that? He goes, ho, ho, ho. So she went to call him vice president, and then he goes, ho, 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 and then realizes that it's the wrong time of year. Oh, they both need nannies. So, oh, no audio? Oh, really? Not again. On the clips, no audio on the clips. All right. Also share audio tab. Let me click that again. I will try this again. Tell me if you can hear it. So if you didn't get it, she says he said ho 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 for Independence Day, and he also said she also went to introduce him as the Vice President of the United States, which I find to be quite interesting. They have said the same about Trump. I think the US people are going to. I think you've got a hard choice. You do have a hard choice. However, what is not a hard choice is that somebody has decided that while it's the holidays, it might be the low Wi-Fi speed. I'm sorry about that too. Somebody has decided to use that to their advantage. Now let's have a look. If you look at the top here, there's all these shorts that were done today. She's done a ask me anything today. Ask me anything today. I don't know why she's got this. Again, there's no context here. So help a mum escape legal battles and secure her kid's future. Again, I don't know who this is. Oh, here we go. Please consider helping Melissa Hanson, a survivor of the Kingston polygamous cult. She's fighting her ex-husband to keep her kids away from the insidious cult. She must have learned a new word, insidious. Melissa was interviewed on my channel 4 years ago. She advocates for victims of polygamy and needs some help now. Who else had to cancel plans due to weather? I mean, by plans, I mean going out in the backyard and swimming. So instead of going out to the backyard, instead of going out to the backyard, she has stayed on Instagram instead. As I said, look at all of this. Says, how many people have worked with Robert Shin and have no idea? I don't know many. Everyone that I've spoken to that have hired the dancers have stories about the management and their strange behavior. So this person says, the 7M TikTok cult, this has been a long journey for me. This is super close to home, and I feel the need to share. Back in 2017, I choreographed 2 music videos for Chloe Shin. Then in 2021, I choreographed a music video for the Damon Fletcher, directed by Isaiah Shin, where I worked with all the dancers from 7M Films. Then in 2022, I choreographed Love Victor Hulu on Hulu, where it's Miranda Derrick was my main dancer. Working closely with so many people involved, I had no idea this was going on behind the scenes. And after watching the documentary, I was completely shocked. Also, shout out to executive producer Martin Des Munro, Dirty Robber. I actually choreographed his first dance for his wedding. This definitely an eye-opening documentary. Go check it out on Netflix. Now, what's interesting about this is that she's worked very closely with them and didn't see anything off with that. Where Katie Joy is saying she doesn't know many people. She doesn't know many people who have had no idea. So is she discounting this woman's post? Chloe and Isaiah, not Robert. Again, well, they're saying that Isaiah was the one that was in charge of, was overseeing the management group. How many people have worked with Robert Shin and had no idea? I don't know many. Stories about the management and their strange behavior. Management, if you don't know how management companies work in the entertainment industry, it does look weird. They don't stop the clock for you. If you have to be in a certain spot at a certain time, you be there. No questions asked. No excuses. Miranda and Jane's new video isn't convincing people, apparently. He's into himself as usual, but he takes longer to get ready. Praying for you to realize cults are bad, not convinced. So that's on Miranda. She is portraying the horrible posts that are happening to. Didn't she say not to harass Miranda? And here she's showing them. What strange behavior, though? Maybe it wasn't noticed before there was none. Correct, short on. She says, I'm always shocked how much Robert Shin likes Michael Jackson's music. Oh, wait. So this is a Ask Me Anything. Because there was none. Well, that's right. So now she's doubting everything. Ask me an anonymous question. So here we go. We've got hundreds of these. She looks so sad, apparently. They look exhausted. I wish Robert would just let them go. Apparently. Any updates on if the authorities are now actively investigating Shin and his minions? There are lots of eyes on Mr. Shin at the moment. She's back to this BS. Ask me anything rubbish. These are her questions. Says short order. All eyes are on Mr. Shin, apparently, allegedly, according to Katie Joy. No one sees him. Do you think Miranda has an idea she's in a bad situation? Deep down, if she had time to think clearly, she knows. But cognitive dissonance is what keeps people complacent in cults. All eyes. It took her 9 months to find a photo of him. True. That's a very good point. Okay. Her eyes are so sad. It must be hard for Kelly to watch this, especially all the comments on Miranda's page. Everyone just wants Miranda free and safe from Robert Shin. As we saw in Melanie's post yesterday, Melanie's interview, she was talking about everything that she was talking about, the behavior that was giving her red flags was essentially management behavior, about being told where to go, what to do, when to do it, etc., etc., etc. It's all stuff to do with being in a management company. You're doing a self-tan. How do we get a part 2 on Netflix and bring more attention to take down the cult? She says there is no part 2 at this time. It will probably take Robert being arrested or James and Miranda along with the others finally leaving. Are the Gibson sisters involved? No. Does Fikshan have any connections? He's friends with Slavik, but he's not involved. Hang on a minute. How can he be friends if he's not in the cult? This is my issue here. OMG, Melanie's TikTok is 90 songs and bad outfits. KJ, well, KJ wouldn't criticize that. Do you think Robert promoted Miranda to mentor because he's happy she didn't leave 7M? I have no idea who the mentors are at the moment, but Miranda's mentor is Hannah. She's not at that level. So she says, I've got no idea who they are, but Miranda couldn't be a mentor. Okay. Has Miranda's family said if they have spoken since the doc release? The family is not commenting on this topic. Well, Melanie said in her interview that there hadn't been. Didn't she? When that was done. But at this point, she's an adult and choosing this. She doesn't seem to want out. She's being labour trafficked. Do you really think that she has a choice? Robert coerces, manipulates, threatens, and has allegedly had people beaten when they tried to leave. One of those people is suing his wife for the beating. His wife is also Miranda's mentor. We've had to pull in the trafficked claims, haven't we? Did Coco Shuffles really join 7M after the docu-series was released? She joined after the story went viral in spring 2022. Coco had unstable housing and income when she was groomed to join. Miranda was her mentor. Hang on a minute. Didn't someone just ask whether she was... Hang on a minute. Didn't she just say that Miranda wasn't high up to be a mentor? Hang on. Do you think Robert promoted Miranda to mentor because he's happy she didn't leave 7M? I have no idea who the mentors are at the moment, but Miranda's mentor is Hannah. She's not at that level. And then here we've got that's because the wife thought she was bonking her husband. That's not legal. The girl has not worked for an employer for ages. She has no idea on labour, trafficking labour for that matter, because I can't see any effort in her work. So then she says, so Coco Shuffle's mentor is Miranda, but that contradicts what she said in that last post. Miranda became a person that controlled other people. So just to show you again, back here, someone asks if Miranda is a mentor. I have no idea who the mentors are at the moment, but Miranda's mentor is Hannah. She's not at that level. And then we get here. When she was groomed to join, Miranda was her mentor. Miranda became a person that controlled other people. She has just contradicted herself. And people live on every word. And we've just gone, hang on a minute. She just said 3 posts ago that she didn't have a mentor. Okay. Does Miranda have a clue and is sticking her head in the sand? How can she not know? Robert makes it seem like it's an honor to be close to him. Most men of the cult know that Robin allegedly abusing the women. Many of them have turned a blind eye to Robert's actions, even with their own wives, according to a former member. Women that become involved with Robert develop a trauma bond to their abuser. He tells them this is an honor and a blessing. Right now, I think Miranda and every woman involved knows exactly who Robert Chin is, but they also believe he's their man of God. But didn't Kylie say in the interview that we watched that the guys weren't aware of it because it was never spoken about because they were separated? And it wasn't until they spoke up about it that they actually knew. So once they know, but she's saying that they all are turning a blind eye to it, that they have to know. That's not what Kylie said. You know, when we start listening to all the people that are involved here, their stories aren't matching. I would have thought that most of the details would be very similar. Well, either they know or they don't know, but Kylie indicated that they didn't seem to know. I cannot get my head around why B Dash lets Miranda gets abused by Robert. Yes, he has, Harrison. A former member told me that the men in the group are very well aware of what Robert is doing to the women. They alleged that Robert has been known to pass off the woman he's done with to other guys in the group that are loyal to him. The member also said that arranging the marriages makes the men less likely to care about their wives because they aren't in love with them. The member couldn't offer anything about James, but said the men in the group know it's happening, especially after what went down in 2022. Again, we've got some, she's talking about one former member. Hope Amanda, the Super 7M lawyer, uses all this in court. She can in 30 minutes and ask me and ask me anything. You know what will happen, Peter? When the transcript will come in, she'll say, I didn't say that. She'll actually say that the transcribist has actually made a mistake, that she never actually said it. This is some allegation she's making, of course, secondhand, says Short Order Cook. Yes. But again, it slightly contradicts, again, what Kylie had said in her interview. Where is Reno? Good question. And she's put in the other stooges. Was Jackson 7 in 7M? No, they tried to recruit him into the cult, though. He said he saw the red flags and wanted no part of the cult. No one tells me what these red flags are. Everyone's talking about red flags. What are they? There's something about Miranda's eyes and expressions that seems sad. I'm not a psychologist, but lots of people in cults are disassociating from the trauma they are experiencing to cope. There is a lot of fatigue because he works them non-stop. I'm not understanding the love Vic gets. I find it hard to believe his fans don't know. Vic has a lot of fangirls. They don't care. There are also a lot of scammer sites posing as Vic. So a lot of women think they are in a relationship with him. I really hope the Amanda prefaces it all with the defendant has gone on a drunk Instagram live again. Another Sam Miranda post, she looks fine to me. Can they have babies? Now they can. They are being sued for shaming a woman getting pregnant. So naturally, Robert allowed one of his mentors to get pregnant. His ex-wife, Shirley, who had shamed the woman and wanted her to have an abortion, just had a baby girl. Can we help? Can we set up a GoFundMe for the lawsuit? As far as the others, I don't know that they need one. But I'm not sure that how their attorneys are charging for the case. Without a lawyer, between me and the 7 Vics to be betrothed will be a new series on TLC, Dancing with the Brother Husbands, coming in the fall. Will the real Vic please stand up? All right. Miranda's eyes don't look sad to me. They look switched off. All right. She says people in high control groups are broken down to nothing through the indoctrination process. Mind control involves controlling all aspects of a person's lives through their thoughts. Jana Lalich writes about this in her book, Take Back Your Life. She describes the process of indoctrination that tears down a cult member to nothing. Then cult programming shapes a person into a version that they are inside the cult. The old person no longer exists. The new person is programmed to act, behave, and exist within the rule and structure of the group. Because they've taken on a new identity, cult members often change their appearances. Sometimes take on unity in her eyes is the programming. But no person can actually disassociate completely. They experience trauma. I see pain behind her eyes. I can tell she's been through a lot, and she seems to be doing everything she can just to hold herself together. Well, let's not forget that a certain YouTuber has had her minions chase after her. That wouldn't be helping. She'll order says, this is interesting, the topic of a GoFundMe. Let's see what KJ has on the agenda down the road now. Correct. Because remember, she goes after anyone that has a GoFundMe. Has the production reached out to Miranda, James, or his family? Everyone had ample opportunity to participate in the series. James' family never spoke out before the series and didn't express concerns. Maybe there is none to them. Only now do they want to share their side, which is to benefit Robert Shin and no one else. Robert, James, and Miranda all declined to participate in the series multiple times. Yeah, well, they are in an active and current lawsuit, and it wouldn't look good for them to actually comment on something that is in an active lawsuit. I'm just saying. High control groups, what changed the narrative? That's right. A high control group is not necessarily a cult. Do Domino's do a fundraiser? I don't think Warren House will support her. Jolly, we got cracked the pizza code. My golly, we cracked the pizza code, says without a lawyer. Not a Q, but Miranda or someone removed all videos with Kylie, Concrete, and Aubrey. Just sad. Robert always deletes evidence. Always. This is from the Dirty Deleter. This is the queen of deleting. Oh. Okay, I don't know what this one is. Let's see what it is.
Were you ever able to have your own romantic relationships within the church? Not with church members. If you wanted to rebel, you could.
Hang on. Hang on. What did you notice about that?
Were you ever able to have your own romantic relationships within the church? Not with church members. If you wanted to rebel, you could.
Church members. That's pretty firm statement. Robert always deletes evidence. Well, and where's the proof of that statement? Do you still have an inside connection? We have lots of former members with family, so still inside. So yes. Hang on. We have lots of former members with family still inside. So yes. What former members? Because there's only 6 of them. And if they're not talking to their family at the moment, it's not really an inside connection, is it? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, so you're allowed to pick up a Duggar, but not a Shekinah. I wonder why the first ex-wife sticks around and aids in his crimes. Thoughts. Shirley was groomed as a teenager. She looks up to Robert as a father, which makes their marriage and his abuse even worse. Shirley is 100% a picture of who Miranda could become. So it's important that they all free themselves. She was groomed. She looks as a father figure. What? Can a dancer go undercover with a camera and document the abuse? Why do we need someone to go and abusive sermons and teachings? Do they? I'm still waiting to hear all of this. To be fair. What? Miranda isn't 13 and she's married and doing well for herself, says Short Order Cook. Couldn't Miranda's family rescue her if they saw her in public? I'd carry my kid. This is what she was afraid of. This is why she didn't go, because she was scared that her dad was going to stop her. No, you can't rescue an adult from a cult. The person has to understand that they are a victim and get out of the group on their own. Rescuing could be viewed as kidnapping, which is clearly not what anyone wants to happen. But that's what Miranda was afraid of, that her family would kidnap her. Do you think he's losing lots of money over this? I can't say for certain about his income. He's been sued and he's suing me. To date, neither case has provided. I can't say for certain about his income. He's been sued and he's suing me. To date, neither case has been provided tax records to show if his income is actually decreasing. He has many income streams and the dancers are just one part. Katie Joy, how many times do we have to go through this? It's only 7M that has to show your tax information in your case. I've been through it numerous occasions. We've looked through it. You're the one that needs to show your tax returns to him, not the other way around. It was only 7M. I mean, if I have to go through it all again, I will. And she was afraid of being kidnapped before the threats on social media. She was afraid her family would do that and take her home. Correct, short order. Are there any members of the LGBTQIA plus members of 7M or Shekinah? Robert's oldest son is, but he was never allowed to act on his sexuality. Robert believes anything other than heterosexual is wrong and sinful. He's extremely homophobic. Many of the dancers cut off their LGBTQ friends when they joined the group. But interestingly, it would seem that Robert accepted his son, so that would be contradictory to, We've looked at his Facebook page where he's defended his father and blamed it all. I mean, he did blame everything on Hannah. Is Slavak's girlfriend, Lauren, part of 7M? Any woman that involves themselves with a man from this group will be heavily recruited and encouraged to join the Bible studies and attend service. If Lauren is not a member now, she will become one if she wants to stay with Vic. Vic is only allowed to date who Roberts approves of for him. That's interesting because we're now, again, we've got this muddy waters. She's clearly asked whether she was part of 7M, but then Katie's saying she has to attend Bible studies and attend service. Well, that's the church. See how we've got blurred lines? It's very muddy. Miranda and Kendra are both heavily recruited by their boyfriends into the group, despite both women having rocky relationships with their boyfriends. Really? Robert married them both. Miranda and Kendra were both arranged into marriage by Robert. Both had many ties to the outside, which made them a higher risk to leave. So Robert tied them down into the group. Where's the prevalence? Short order says, has KJ covered all the topics yet in her anonymous Q&A? No, we've still got about 10 to go. All the weight topics, sorry. And with our lawyers, so I take it Katie will be lining up with Simone Biles in the US team due to her flip spins and backflips that she's able to do in one day. I know this is like the same day, and we have so many contradictions. Will Miranda ever get out? I just watched the doc and I'm so sad for her family. Robert is 66 years old and he won't live forever. So he will eventually either go to prison or die. They're the only two options. I thought, what about he might retire? But no, there's only two options. He's not going to retire. He's either going to go to prison or die. Miranda will have to decide what she's going to do. At this point, I'm sure she's been harassed and shamed by her mentor for the documentary. She's been shamed. She didn't do anything about the documentary. Why would she be getting shamed for the documentary? She didn't do anything. Former members said in 2022, women were told to scream their prayers to Miranda. Miranda would get rebuked and screamed at during Bible studies by her mentor. I'm sure life is not pretty for her now. Hannah Shin is allegedly very emotionally and verbally abusive. Are these former members pulling her chain? The question was about Miranda. She didn't answer correct. But here's the thing. Are these people pulling her chain? Like, are they just telling her stuff, knowing that she's going to just spout it? And she's going, because some of this stuff, I'm sorry, is so harebrained. And I grew up fairly conservative religious. Some people would say that was a bit cult-like. And this is even way beyond that. Why on earth would her mentor be harassing her and shaming her about the documentary? She wasn't in it. Former members said in 2022, women were told to scream their prayers to Miranda. But Miranda is not the recruitment confident person. Which one is it? Correct. Correct. Shauna says, I doubt they say half this stuff. She never says where the information comes from. You know, they may have just said that um, they, I mean, I've seen a group of people pray all at the same time out loud. It does sound like they're yelling stuff, but you know, it can be very shocking to somebody that's not acquainted with it. Oh, I don't know. I mean, has Miranda ever gone to visit her parents and sister without James since being in this cult? I want to respect the family's wishes and try to keep this focused on Robert Shin. I understand their interest in Miranda, but Miranda is one person that is a victim in this cult. There are many victims, but all the media outlets and everybody talks about Miranda because she was the pivotal person. Um, and it sounds like a lot of shouting when does the waterboarding happen? Correct. Oh, I don't know. I thought the shouting happened. I thought Kylie said the shouting happened at church on a Sunday. See, having watched Kylie's interview with that woman, even though I thought it was a very poor interview, Kylie herself contradicts a lot of these claims that Katie makes. Um, but why? But why on earth is it a thing if Miranda went to visit her parents and sister without James? James is her husband. I'd be more concerned if she didn't take her husband to go see her family. That's just me. And any family that doesn't respect us, the husband of their daughter or sister, is a pretty scummy family, in my opinion. Hello, Lulu. So, my nana used to say she doesn't get involved in the relationship. She said, I never get involved in the relationships of my children. They're free to marry whoever they like as long as I don't have to live with them. KJ hasn't mentioned the waterboarding for a while. Whoops, too late. She already put her foot in that one. Says short order. Has there been any sightings, communication, anything at all since Reno's accounts went away? Oops. Gee whiz, we're still going. I'm not going to comment on what conversations may have or may not have taken place. It's more important to ask, where is Reno? He had a career that he worked hard to create, and Robert has stolen that from him. Robert has stolen that from him? The way the family, with the other lawyer said, or Peter said, the way the family treats her, I wouldn't be going without my husband. Well, I wouldn't be either. I'd be like you, Peter, particularly if there were threats of, if you were scared of being kidnapped or held against your will, I'd be taking my husband everywhere. I have. Where is Reno? I would have thought the doco damaged them short order cook. I really do. But that's just my opinion. Your comment, so it says, someone says, as much as this is true, the reason she got sucked in was to get distance from her family. So your comment proves that you are believing Robert Shin's propaganda. Miranda was an adult living in California. Her parents live in Michigan. She wasn't controlled by them in any capacity. Please do better. um, that's not what Katie's state. That's not, sorry, not Katie's statement. That's not what Miranda's statement stated. So let me just say that. It says, as much as this is true, the reason she got sucked in was to distance herself from her family. And KJ says, your comment proves you are believing Robert Shitter's propaganda. Miranda was an adult living in California. Parents living, please, she wasn't controlled by them in any capacity. Please do better. I think the line in Katie's answer was Miranda was an adult living in California. And short order says that's not what Miranda said. And it's what Melanie sidestepped telling the truth about. Correct. She's very quiet about that in the interview that we watched just, and she went to a couple of services. I mean, even Kylie herself said she didn't like the fact that she had to do things at a certain time. She didn't get to choose who she danced with and what she danced to. She was told where she had to be at what time she had to be there. For some people, and again, some people, they need a structure like that. But particularly in the entertainment industry, that's how the entertainment industry works. Why doesn't someone join and go in undercover and get video evidence, plus all the victim statements? There are ongoing lawsuits right now. There is no need. Also, announcing this publicly would be silly. Roberto is obsessed with me and literally pays attention to everything I post. He even calls me Sandwich because he's too holy to call me a B, TCH. I have zero problem calling him a perverted predator, but that's just my opinion. Wow. What happens? All right, let's just play devil advocate. What happens if all of these dancers lose the lawsuits? Let's just say the dancers lose and Robert Shin wins, okay? And all of these people they've accused, they've said there's not enough evidence to prove any of this. What happens then? She's staking. He calls you Sandwich because you're a sandwich short of a picnic, says Peter. Actually, she's a sandwich, apparently. So does that mean that if, for example, all of these claims are deemed to be unlikely in a court, that then could make his defamation claim against her even have more damages awarded? Just saying. See why it pays to be quiet? She's staking everything on these lawsuits. Do you know if Robert has done anything to Miranda? He will forgive them in the name of the Lord, and then he'll sue the hell out of them. Says your daughter. Do we know if Robert has done anything to Miranda? No, I don't know that speculating on this helps her in any capacity. We do discuss the abuse in the cult. We also state no woman is safe. Seriously? She has her minions asking these questions? This is just disgusting. Why do people put on the internet that he was somehow involved in the death of T, which Stephen's death has absolutely nothing to do with this cult? I've spoken to members of his family, and all of them said that he wasn't involved in the cult and distanced himself from the members when everything came out in 2022. He wasn't super close to any of the dancers in this cult. Hello, Dev, and that's missing Tev. Hello, Liz. Without Peter says you are speculating and abusing if someone is safe. Speculation. And Shorter says that's what I mean. It's KJ that loves these sorts of insinuations and topics. And Lulu says I don't think her minions are asking anything. It's all KJ. You're not the first person to have said made that observation. Is Miranda's husband a victim or in cahoots with Robert? He's a victim of Robert. All of them are victims. But hasn't she said previously that he's in cahoots with Robert? Didn't she said that the men are all in cahoots with Robert? They all know what he's doing and turning a blind eye. But his wife went to a Netflix red carpet event with Miranda at a distance, of course. It's correct. Oh, yes, and they didn't have much to do with the 7M. And, I mean, that also proves that they can have friends on the outside. This is still going. How many of these are there? Crazy how Robert has them thrift clothes, torn clothing while he's living the high life. Sad. Robert is super cheap. The members of the cult have to eat food that is on sale and they can't buy anything at grocery store that is regular price. Hey, neither can I. They are given a tiny allowance to use each month. Robert takes 70 to 80% of their income, if not more. They're all extremely cash poor and totally dependent on the cult. Have you seen the prices? I never pay full price for anything if I don't have to. What's wrong with having to thrift clothes? Short order. She changes more than the weather. That's so not what she said before about Miranda's husband. Correct. With the cost of living at the moment, we're all trying to find food that's on sale. We're all trying to find stuff that's marked down. Cult coffee. Actually, I need to get my own beans, don't I? I need to call it cult coffee. Cult coffee beans. Don't we? Oh dear. Oh. Are the dancers really bringing in significant money? Is there? Are we back to killing the coffee cup? I have to find that clip again. It's probably nearly time for that clip to come out. I'm on StreamYard. I'll have to save that into my StreamYard and just play it at random times. Are the dancers really bringing in significant money? Is their online following fake/bought? I don't know. Instagram and TikTok pay peanuts for dance videos. They need brand deals to survive. Some content. Oh, because every time they post something, somebody says, "Oh," gets their little flying monkeys to contact the sponsors to tell them they should be sponsoring them. Killing the cold coffee cup. Who was it? I mean, Miranda had a prime drink the other day and she was all over it, saying, "Oh, is this a sponsored post?" But if they can't get, so they can't, if they're struggling, Will says, but if they can't get brand deals, well, their reputation's definitely been destroyed in the, for example, the judge deems that 7M and Shekinah are separate entities. They're all in trouble because they've merged the two of them. And Ash was in 7M during COVID while living with Miranda's family. He's been connected to Isaiah Shin since before the pandemic. So while he was staying with the Wilkins, he was under Shin's influence for sure. I don't believe 7M was a company until later that year. It really didn't get going until 2021. That was me dropping my pen. She has just proven my point. He was not in 7M. 7M wasn't a company until 2021. So he couldn't have been part of 7M. He may have been part of the church, but he wasn't part of 7M. Strand, she admits they need brand deals to survive, and 7M is actually suing her over tortious interference. Correct, Peter. Correct. She's been sued over tortious interference. And she's now saying they don't post brand deals. Well, they were, and now they can't. Has she just slam dunked for an archival consultant says, well, she has no concept of time. Has she just given a slam dunk to 7M? Seriously. I have been saying all along that the two events are not related. 7M was not around until 2021. And here's the other thing. If they were staying with the Wilkins during COVID, they were part of the church then. That doesn't, where's this fitting in the timeline? Didn't they say that Miranda didn't go to grandfather's funeral during the pandemic or something like that? Like, where does this fit in the timeline? Because then this statement here discounts everything that the family had said, because they had seen her during a period of time if they were living with them. You know, there's something smelly here with all of this. There's something very much on the nose. So, because that ruins the Wilkins family timeline as well. And it also, when they influenced by the Dean Wilkins Grift Your Daughters from Money Church in that time, why weren't they influenced by the Dean Wilkins Grift Your Daughters from Money Church in that time? I don't know. But that also discounts Katie's thing about Miranda and James not knowing each other for very long, because they were staying with, stories aren't matching up. Can she read comments on IG? She must have access to her phone. She might be told not to read the comments. They are frequently instructed not to read anything that pollutes their eyes and takes away their walk from God with God. Honestly, this cult controls everything. She can use her phone, but everything they post is via their mentor's instructions. And praise the Lord, hallelujah. With that, we are done. Whoa! Wowzers. That was a marathon. How she spent that's how she spent the time when she couldn't go out swimming. So There actually were some that other people have got that were deleted, funnily, or have gone missing. So Miss Balls posted this. And again, so as I said, there's stuff. So it's disappeared because she's deleted them out of her stories. I wish Told would tell her to walk with something and ignore half the garbage on her IG page. So, do you think James feels trapped, or do you think this is kind of his thing since this is his second cult? Here we go. We're going to have some more outrageous come on to go. James' friends and some family have said he's easily manipulated. Remember, his family support him. Lulu says, I don't see any possibility of KJ getting out of it. She's stuck herself way too deep. What do you think? I know that you can't put poo back in a horse. That's all I'll say. So James' friends and some family have said that he's easily manipulated. His ex-wife left a comment on my page once that she said that she believed that James has autism, but he's never been diagnosed. But this sentiment has been echoed by many people, that James has always needed a lot of help and he has fallen victim to manipulation. And Miss Ball,
my son is autistic, so would your
thanks for the visual. And then Miss Balls has posted this, which is where Katie Joy talks about her son having autism.
My son is autistic, so do you believe that your son could be manipulated into murdering somebody?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Why? And where is your son at on the spectrum?
He's high functioning.
He's high functioning. Why do you think that could happen?
Because they're vulnerable.
Because you're actually the first one that we've talked to that has said that.
I think anyone that has autism can be manipulated because they're vulnerable.
Have you seen him?
So remember, that's what. Now, hey, what's going to be the bet that she's going to say she's got autism and she's vulnerable when this all blows up in her face? Exactly. So then we've got, again, Miss Balls. She has all the receipts. I've just seen short orders. Short orders to send me a picture. Just sent me an email. I have to right. Oh, so James has autism and being manipulated. Where we heard that before. Yes. So I said Miss Balls has all the. So she said this is the legal fund. Then this is they are threatening without a crystal ball because they assume she doesn't have a legal budget. However, Katie isn't stupid and has good legal counsel who will most likely counter-sue for defamation. Without a crystal ball is more than a young woman in Minnesota. She's a brand and a true source of income for her. Stealing someone's brand and logo to discredit and defame should come with consequences, is what this person's saying. I have insurance, so if they think they can bankrupt me, that won't happen. Plus, I haven't lied. And then she has said in a live stream, if you guys want to help my legal expenses, please consider buying merch from my store. Or you can PayPal me. And she put a PayPal thing. So she has grifted before. Then she's got this one. Remember when she when she was so drunk. Do we know if Robert has done anything to Miranda? Okay. Remember when she drunk responded to somebody that she thought was Hannah? Do you remember this, Beauty? She says, "Oh, Hannah, it must be so hard to be as evil as you are." And the person responded with, "Did you miss me?" And Katie goes, "Hannah, it's time to turn yourself into prison. Or maybe just drive your elderly husband to the police station and have him turn himself in for alleged R. I hear your assault of Priscilla will be discussed in the series. Do you feel good beating a woman?" This is my house. These are my things. I am the woman of God. Isn't that what you said as you battered Pre? Are you too busy forging checks and stealing money to answer? I heard that federal prison isn't Club Med. Is Miranda giving massages yet? What's it like to be an accomplice to R and sex trafficking? Do you enjoy saying sucking on your mama's titties? What? I noticed you are 45 now. Aren't you getting close to menopause and too old for Robert's taste? No comment. I'm so sad. I guess you are reading your daily emails and cursing out the woman you control, submit or else, right? What's it like knowing your husband is constantly cheating on you? Is it weird that you are the fourth woman of God? Do you have to get tested for STIs? Do you get yeast infections because of all the SA your husband is doing outside your marriage? My buddies say you love to argue, but now you are quiet. Are you tired from all your tongue speaking? That's a religious that to me is a religious what's it called? Insult of a religion, because as I said, some do speak in tongues. I don't, but some do, and that's something you shouldn't criticize. Will it hurt your lawsuit? Will it hurt your lawsuit when Robert is heard saying that he wants to be famous and says he is famous? And then someone says, the person says, "Please stop. Are you sad, Hannah? It's so unlike you not to argue. I'm not Hannah." Yeah, okay. I mean, it makes sense you would not want to answer my questions admitting to crime. Conrad posted that you are going to swindle all of Robert's money and leave him. He thinks you are evil. Conrad also thinks his dad is probably an R. And then it says, then the person says, "Are you drunk? My time zone isn't even in California." Peter says, "I don't think KJ is the one to talk on STIs when the woman doesn't even know how a UTI happens." Correct. It's all about the holes, isn't it? Nope, totally sober. Are you drunk? Or are you too busy rebuking people? You must be drunk because no one asks about your time zone. Have you been hacked? Says the woman. And then she says, "Have you been hacked?" So yeah, so that was the rant. So that was where, and then someone says, Miss Ball says, without a crystal ball's obsession with Miranda is Martha baby reindeer level. So Miss Balls, as I said, came with all the receipts. KJ is a hack. I just am trying to get my picture up here. Okay. I'm hoping that's going to, KJ is a hack. All right. So, I need it to do something. I'm trying to open up something. Yeah, it's just for me, very bizarre. If she left the house, she might remember thinking that. Could you imagine? Look, I keep joking. I know I keep joking about it, but I wonder whether her son believes that Robert Shin's his dad. Like, I can't help but think about it. What is it? It's not a Chrome tab. I want to share something that's not that. Be right back. BRB. Remember when we used to say BRB? Okay. If Robert Shin is Conrad is Robert Shin's son. That I know. All right. This is what has been sent to me. You wouldn't believe it. Short order. The very next email is actually from the coffee club, titled "Warm Up This Winter with a Delicious Coffee." I kid you not. I kid you not. I'm just going to switch off my background so that you can see this. You have to see this. This is like hilarious. All right. Don't know if you can see it. Oops. Oops. It says the coffee club. The coffee club. Oopsies. The coffee club. Oh, that's not even the coffee club. That's the wrong one again. That's all right. But yeah. Oops, I'll just fix this up so you can see my background. You can see. That's better. Reminds me of Coney 2012, where the guy was ripped up over an African. Yeah, it's really bizarre that I just got this this coffee club email. Oh, that's really weird too. That's gone funny. That's better. Wow. Yeah, it's the other interesting thing is that she said that people didn't like. Let's just look at Miranda's Instagram. She said people went like, or did she use TikTok? Because, hey, what did you think about Melanie's story about when I see you in person, I'll unlock the account? Did you buy that, or did you find that to be really weird? Does he? The internet historian. I mean, look, you've got people here that are using Katie's words here. So she said people aren't buying the new videos. Miranda, please. Someone says, you guys look cute together. I love you, Miranda, and I feel bad about the situation at hand. What situation? Why there's so many mean comments? People are upset because they are cultists who not only disown their own family, but are actively trying to traffic other people's kids. Where has that come from? We are now trafficking children? Melanie's TikTok? Really? I'll have a look. This is the kidnapping plan. He never looked at you once. Actions speak louder. Perfect match, always in sync. 2 peas in a pod, lovely to watch. Beautiful tropical dress, like you're here in Hawaii. Keep on dancing. So followers means people should listen to you. Is it validation? Do they make you somebody important? I need you to read back what I said. I don't care about followers. The other person does. I pointed out their hypocrisy and their lack of logic. They don't seem in love at all if their marriage is real. I'm a little perplexed with all these stage posts. What dancing gig has it landed her? She was doing really well until somebody interfered. Makes me have vacation vibes. What a beautiful couple. These comments are wild. You all turned on her and attack her for what you saw in a show. Even if the content in the show was true, don't you think that attacking her constantly errs on the side of victim shaming? Make it make sense. I had this happen to me for 5 years and it's still happening. So you really have a point. And the entertainment industry in Nashville. So there you go. I saw that, and now I think Miranda is a professional, one of the two. Will says, hey, Mickey, well, last time I heard that was in Boy Scouts. So let's have a look then at TikTok, Melanie's TikTok. My TikTok automatically goes to Katie Joy's TikTok, which is really quite sad, actually. Katie Joy's TikTok. Is it Melanie Wilkin? That person's right, though. I'm so worried. Look, would it be? No, if they're looking sad, it's because every time they post something, they get criticized for it. Every time they do something, they get criticized for it. And as that person said, it's victim shaming. Nobody should be victim shaming them. Nobody should be victim shaming them, in my opinion. They should be all. Is that it? Is this hers? No. Here to brighten your day. No thanks. Oh. Look for the front braids. Okay. It's on this one. Can you order these so that they're in some type of order? Videos. Let's start at videos. Gee whiz. Like for most people, they would appreciate when they see this hits different after the documentary. Okay. Oh. Okay. Front braids. I'm looking for the front braids. Oh, okay. Quarantine. Is that James there? Or is that Mel? Oh, that's Miranda. So Miranda and James in 2020, they knew each other. So what on earth are they talking about? And she was sharing Miranda stuff. Oh, who's this? Is that, hang on. So Miranda Wilkin cut her hair to look like her mother's hair. Have you noticed that? Have a look at this one. Look, they got the same hair, mother and daughter. Thank you, because I could be here all night. But interestingly, we're finding lots of interesting things on her. So Miranda cut her hair, so now she looks more like her mother, and she's been criticizing that. She's been criticized for that. Mhm. Remember seeing that one? Okay, I'm going to go now into my Twitter and click on the link. So did you see that? Miranda cut her hair so that it looks like her mother's hair, and colored it the same color as her mother's hair. What is wrong with that? I mean, my mother's hair's grey. I don't really want to color my hair like my mother's hair, but still, you know. And also remember, Melanie said last night, well, in the live that we watched, that both of them, see, I'm a bit slow, that both James and Miranda attended the wedding. Katie has never said that James attended the wedding. Obsessed with this dance. Doesn't look like KJ's bringing Miranda home. She's done nothing but further divide. Well, that's a very good point too. Stitch with Miranda Derrick, TikTok cult. It looks like she's tried to do videos. Don't a lot of ladies cut their hair when they get older so they don't have to mess with it because it's, yes, correct. It's a lot easier to manage. As I said, it would seem to me that if anything, she was trying to look like her mother. You know, which I think's okay. Well, that's a very good point. No one's allowed to do anything without KJ's permission. Correct. Right, here it is. Right, it's been sent to me now because we would have been here all night, and I got places to go and people. No, I don't have people to see or places to go, but I do have tomorrow, but not today. Okay, so here it is. Thank you, Peter.
not just
Oh, that is cringe, Jazz. Maybe her mum. Well, that's the other thing. It doesn't matter. They've got matching hair at the end of the day. I have a bed to go to. So at the end of the day, though, their hair matched. But what is all this thing about her cutting her hair? Ah, no, not yet. Has Miranda danced barefoot? No, she hasn't danced barefoot, has she? Miranda Derek. Look, it is trending. Look, it's trending. She's trending. Has she danced barefooted, has she? Cool. I want Miranda Derek, not Miranda. I don't. Miranda's Wilkins story? No. No, but she probably would because she doesn't like people going barefooted. Oh, she did that in a I Think You Can Dance audition. Nice. Good luck to her, is what I say. It's interesting when you search for Miranda Derrick, Melanie comes up in the search functions. Yes, it's Miranda Derrick is her TikTok. I did know that too. That's also her Instagram. Oh no, I don't want that. Shush. That was, I have to say, to me, that was cringe. No, Harrison, why? Aren't you supposed to be in bed? Oh, she did the treadmill dance. Oh, yeah. She hasn't actually got a lot on there, actually, sadly. She's got, oh, hang on. See, this was her at her sister's wedding. You want to talk about Donald Trump and Joe Biden? Oh, I don't know yet, Harrison. We've got an American audience. There's this one.
got me.
Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? No, I can't. It's not working for me. Hang on. It's Miranda Derrick. Let's try this again. I stuff this up all the time. I don't know. I pressed something. I don't know if I'm going to be able to drive tomorrow. My foot's still very sore. You should see me trying to get up and down the stairs. Oh, gee, it's funny. Oh, look at that! Oops, no, we need to go up. No, up.
Oh my God. You look like the 4th of July. It makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Yeah, okay.
Ow!
Then some says, love seeing you. Love the outfit. You're the best. Looks like a nice house. Hey, if somebody wants to take all my money and I live in a nice house and I can only buy cheap stuff, KJ probably wants to talk about Hunter Biden and his pics. See, someone says here, where's Reno? I know you're just a recruiter at this point. Recruiter, I need to know more about this. Did I miss something from the doc? Just how she is in any kind of way recruiting anyone. She dances with her husband. That's it. And a video here and there for us to enjoy interacting with her. Stop harassing them. Geez. If only you knew the truth. Well, what is the truth? Keep drinking the Kool-Aid. She supports an SA. That's crazy. Leave them alone. I'm very confused. You're so beautiful, Miranda. Love your dress. That's how you know it's true love. Someone says. She says B Dash is the main recruiter too. As if you'd know. You see, all of the Katie Joy minions are having a bit of a year. Oh, this is so sweet. Can we stop with the music? Cute couple. And it's funny because she only showed a few of the she only showed a few of the negative comments. She didn't show the people that were defending her. Love this so much. You're proving to everyone that you're above the rumors. Just keep being you. I love that dress. You guys are awesome. Don't let the negative people cut you down. They're asking where Reno is. I love your outfit. Oh, no wonder you're not very happy, Harrison. Hey, I can see it now. Oh, so nice. He lets you go to the thrift store. I was just thinking the same thing. She needs to use the thrift store because they take all her money. Seriously, people go to the thrift store that aren't involved in any cult. Why don't you have a blue check mark anymore? Gorgeous queen. You know, isn't it really sad that she can't? I mean, this is why she's not smiling. Everything she does is criticized. Sending love, Miranda. Are you back with your family? I really hope so. You looked amazing too. You've always been beautiful, but now I know you wear a crown. Correct. Have you seen the thrift store prices lately? Cheaper shopping in Chanel? Yeah, I think so. Some are. Depends on where they are. Search Miranda Derrick update 2024. Do I really want to? B Dash. We have some exciting news from B Dash. Ooh. As an abuse assignment, the statement hit me so hard in the face. She raised her hand. We need it to get back. Oh, okay. So what's this one? Is this where they get the dog? Did they say what it was? Was it the puppy dog? This one says, stop defending Robert Shin. He's a psycho and an abuser, and he's brainwashed you, Miranda. How a girl as smart as you can see it? Can't see it. I won't say she's smart, though. She gave her life to Robert Shin, not Jesus Christ. She does not care. Look, if someone wants to take 70% of my income and give me a house to live in and where I don't have to worry about paying the rent and gives me some money to go shopping, I'm happy to do it. That would have been Robert's Spy Dog or the church house that has Spies Correct. Look at all of this. Ooh, what just happened? Ooh, what just happened? Ooh, it just all disappeared. It just all went funny on me. I didn't want that one. No, I'll be going in a minute because I want to have a Miranda 7M dance. And now people are imitating her. If laundry service is included, sign me up for the Carl Orange dance, yeah. Are they in or out? And like they're talking about because Reno's disappeared. So all the conspiracy theorists. Hang on. Oh, this is old Nick Reno. Apparently he's disappeared, but hang on. That's Melanie Wilkin here with Slavak. Oh, hang on. Reno. Who's this one? This one. Look at this. I know this is 2020. Right? Reno and the Wilkins sisters. And I don't know who Reno is, but apparently he's supposed to be missing. Someone says, you're back. Hooray. There he is with Miranda. I thought Just Breathe with Reno. This is 2021. I don't know who Reno is. Apparently there's somebody who they're saying's gone missing. But there he is. I mean, I know it's 2021. There he is. This is 2023. Or Aubrey Fisher and Reno. That's his. She said he's deleted everything off social media, but this is him, isn't it? This is him, and it's this Slavic. Well, he's here. What's she talking about? His profile's disappeared. "10 hours ago. He posted this 10 hours ago. Slovak. Don't know who that is. Nick Reno. Is that B Dash? What does she mean he's missing? He's here. 10 hours ago. It may, no, well, that's right. It may not be his. True. Speak to your family. This is the saddest thing ever, dude. Nick, brother, you're not this weak-minded, friend. You know no religion will take 50% of your earnings. Well, everyone thinks it's him. Conversation with you, kindly send a text to me on email. Well, that's a bit suspicious, isn't it? I'm confused. You're a popular influencer. Now you only have 519 followers. What's a bet? It's a fake account, hey? But it's all his video. Excuse me. But you don't know now. I mean, B Dash, it's funny. B Dash still has the tick. See, he proposed in 2021. That does not even, again, I will so laugh if it comes back and 7M takes 20% according to financials. Or even 30% is fine because most management companies take up to 30%. So it's our wedding day. Look at this. Hang on. Wilkins sisters. Well, this is our wedding. Oh, gee, that's their wedding day. And that's Slovak in the background, I think. Have a look. There's a guy with a balloon in the background. Two peeps in the back with a briefcase and red balloon. Someone said, here, let her go. So I wonder if she hasn't criticised her for doing a video. Has he got nothing recent? Oh, yeah, here's the recent stuff, I think. Kendra Willis. Is that Tokyo? Apparently. Oh. I'm really. Well, as I said, it's up to 7M only has to show financials. So this is Kendra Willis. Is that Tokyo? Apparently that's in Tokyo. So it sounds like Isaiah's a fairly decent cinematographer or producer or director, whatever you call them. So I do like the way these videos look and work. Anyway, oh, am I still here? What have I done? I did something. I don't know what I've done. I'm here somewhere. I'm sorry. I don't know where I've gone. I can't find myself. I can't find myself. I don't know where I am. Where am I? Oh dear. I've got my camera. I've stopped my camera. Don't know. Oh, have I just done this? Have I covered myself? No, I don't know why my camera's not working at the moment. I don't know. But look, it might be a good time for me to go before I make a meal of it anymore. I'm in the dark, yes. 7M supports not only the housing employment, but they've travelled all over the place. How many dancers can say that? Oh, you're in the dark, Joanne. You're so... Oh, there was one thing I wanted to show you. Getting back to, I wanted to show you the Giggle versus Tickle. And I wanted to show you this. I don't know why I'm in the dark. I don't know what I've pressed. This is from the court book. This is the evidence that, so this is from Suzanne, what's her name, Glover, about the app and about how what would happen is that anything that the AI algorithm wasn't sure of whether it was a male or female, she would have to manually verify. And she said, this is what's the problem. This is what the problem is. She has said when she looked at that photo, she saw a picture of a man that was trying to look like a woman. She did not see a woman. And so Tickle, Miss Tickle, or Roxanne Tickle, who is this person, has said that because she's undergone surgery and she's changed her birth certificate, that she should be accepted as a woman. But Miss, she said, she had to, what happened was she actually was in labor so what happened, because she rejected this person, she was pregnant, she went into labor, and then they started to get all these men trying to join the app. And then they got 1-star reviews and everything. And she's had to shut the app down. I did not become aware of the applicant joining the app until I received texts and cells to my phone in October 21. The message was to the effect that the member had been removed from the app. I did not answer texts or calls. I did not keep these texts. So she had to close the app. But it was a female only. So I just want to leave you with that. I'm going to actually probably discuss this more in detail, but I guess I want you to think about if you were having to you don't have to say it, you can have to put it publicly. If you had to verify that, like if you had to verify this photo as a male or female for a female only app, what would you select? And I'll leave you with that thought. And could you see why could you understand why they deemed this person a male? And can you understand why this person was offended? Because they're saying they're female. So I can see it from both sides, and I'm glad that I'm not having to make the decision. But this is essentially what Tickle versus Giggle is all about, is at what point are you a woman? So I'll leave you with that. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you hit like and subscribe for me, and I will catch you next time. And I'm going to work out what on earth has happened here. I'm good at breaking things, and I'll catch you next time. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. I've got to go to a footy thing. The thing about when you go out with a a sports commentator is that sometimes you have to go to lots of functions. So I'm going to a function tomorrow night. And also I got to meet a hockey roo today. Did a podcast recording with a hockey roo that just got selected for Paris Olympics. So that will be released on Monday. And we're setting up a Patreon for that. Let me just give you the link for that, because if you don't have to, but look, if you would like to support the podcast, it would of course be appreciated. You don't have to. I don't make you do anything. But that is the Patreon for the podcast, and I will give you the link for the podcast on we use Podbean. I mean, we have a major sponsor, so that covers some of the, but I also, you have the incidental expenses. I'd love to get a bit more professional set up for the podcasts and everything, but that will all come, and then that's the link for the podcasts. So please, that's that one, and then there is another one too. Let me get you the other one. There's 2 podcasts. But yes, if you'd like to have a look and see, ironically, I've done got a bronze, silver, gold, and I've done rhodium, because unlike the Olympic Games, we've put in an extra level of. There's no Patreon for the inclusion one as yet. That one's still being worked up, but this is the link for the inclusion podcast, which is all about inclusion, particularly in sporting, and how there is a lack of how there's a big disparity between particularly funding for able bodies and the Paralympics. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now, because otherwise I have to talk all night, and I will catch you later. Until next time, bye for now.